Alrighty guys, that episode was fast. 44 minutes felt more like 44 seconds, but we're going to do our best to try and wrap our head around what just went down. Welcome back guys to Fog Entertainment, and we are here for the premiere of Echo. We're going to be reviewing Season 1, Episode 1. This one was called Chava, and I actually enjoyed this. Now it is another Marvel series. I'm not a big fan of Marvel, but I did see the trailer for Echo and I thought, you know what, this actually looks pretty decent, so I'm going to check it out, and I am glad that I did, because I pretty much did enjoy this episode. However, it was so fast paced, and I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing. I guess if you've got the choice between being fast-paced and slow-paced, you would definitely take fast-paced, because at least something's exciting. At least there's something always happening. Sometimes you get shows that are very slow-paced and they put you to sleep. This one was crazy. It was like just moving from time to time, scene to scene, location to location. I could not keep up, but let's start at the beginning and we will try and work our way through this episode. So we begin, and it is pretty much family time. They're out in like a rural area of Tamaha, Oklahoma. I believe that is Maya's hometown. She's like really young here, probably like 6 or 7, maybe 8, 9. I don't know. But she's young, okay, and she's spending time with family. She's got a cousin, and she is also deaf, so the two of them are communicating with each other. Unfortunately, though, it is time to go. The family trip comes to an end. So Maya leaves with her mum, but unfortunately, they do not get home because the brakes weren't working. Maya's mum was putting her foot on the brake pedal, would not brake, and then they had a big collision into another car. We see a massive pane of glass go through Maya's leg, and all of a sudden, Maya's got no luck. She goes from being deaf, and now she's deaf and disabled. So yeah, not a good start here for Maya. She's deaf, and now she loses her leg too, which sucks for her. Her mother does not survive, and we see William, her father, in hospital looking after her. Now, William is played by the lead character in Dark Winds, which is on AMC. I knew the face was familiar. Plus, I believe her grandfather is also played by the old guy that was in The Last of Us too. So I did see some familiar faces in this series. Anyway, we're in the hospital and we begin to learn that maybe something's not right here, because Maya's grandmother isn't happy with her father. She blames her father for getting her daughter killed, essentially, and it turns out that maybe William was into some dodgy stuff. You know, maybe he was bringing heat on the family. She says that, I knew this was going to happen. I never wanted you to marry my daughter. And essentially, he has to leave. He gets a job in New York. He leaves with Maya, goes to New York, and he is working essentially in the mafia under, of course, Wilson Fisk, who probably isn't a good guy to work for. We then see Maya take some sort of karate lessons, and it must be difficult for her with the one leg, but she's doing well. She's beating up people up, you know, being a badass, kicking ass. All good stuff. She goes to visit her father, but unfortunately, she doesn't really. It's not a good visit because at the garage where he is, there's some masked guy attacking them, big blade, just stabbing everybody inside here. It turns out to be Hawkeye. Hawkeye has killed everyone, then he stabs Maya's father. Maya gets to her father, but she's unable to save him, and she loses her dad. So, I mean, it's not very good here for Maya. She's lost her mother, she's lost her leg, she's lost her father, and this is all in like the first 12 minutes where we see pretty much everything go down, from her losing her mother, then obviously she gets in the car crash, disabled, has to leave Oklahoma to go to New York. Her father basically isn't wanted by his family because they think that he brought upon the death of his wife, and then he dies as well. And I guess Maya here just goes rogue. She decides, screw this, you know, life sucks, I hate this, and she's like, and she goes on the rampage, I guess. Just, I don't even know if she was stealing or if she's just trying to create trouble, but she's in like this bike place where you buy bikes, and the police end up coming. They try to arrest her because she was destroying property and potentially trying to steal. And then we get this big fat guy in a white suit just appear out of nowhere, and it turns out it's Wilson Fisk. I noticed all the police officers were scared. They pretty much just stopped arresting Maya. They were about to arrest her, and then they're like, no, do you know who that guy is? That's Wilson Fisk. We have to leave her alone. So they leave her alone, and he offers Maya a chance to work under him because her father worked under him, and now she can have that opportunity also. And Wilson Fisk basically becomes Maya's adoptive uncle. So much shit's going down here. She's went from being a little kid to losing her leg. All her family's now pretty much gone, and she's turned to a life of crime. She's working under Wilson Fisk. Crazy. She then does some missions for Wilson Fisk. We see her fighting. She's got pretty good. Some good fight scenes here as well, and just people being straight up executed. They went to like a warehouse, I guess, to try and bust this raid that Wilson Fisk was keeping an eye on. We see an appearance for Daredevil. Daredevil jumps in. He's kicking ass. Maya's putting up a good fight, but she's not quite as good as Daredevil. Later on, Wilson Fisk applauds her, saying that, look, you did better against him than any of my guys, and Wilson Fisk is impressed, and he wants to know how Maya's getting on, and Maya's getting on pretty well, and she's happy, and he's like, yes, you're gonna do well here, you know, we're gonna make a great team. And he says that he will find her father's killer, and she's happy with that, but with one condition: she's the one that gets to kill him. So that makes sense. Wilson Fisk is like, I wouldn't have it any other way, and I suppose if she is a killer, then she has to be the one that kills her father's killer. But I mean, we are still early in the episode here, early in season 1, and I mean, already now she's like transitioning into killing people and just doing all this like illegal, dodgy, like, you know, bad stuff that's morally wrong. Basically, being a criminal, being a stone cold blooded killer. You know, it was very fast paced here. Like, I was not expecting this. I think that the first 20 minutes you could have probably stretched over like 3 episodes, but we have so much going on here. Then later on, Maya encounters Hawkeye again. Hawkeye holds his own, and he could have killed her, I guess, but he decided not to, and he reveals that Fisk was the one who arranged for William's death, and she's taken back by this. She can't really believe it. Obviously feeling betrayed here. She believed that Fisk was her father's friend, essentially her adoptive uncle, but he was the one, in fact, that put the hit on her father. So she pays Fisk a visit, and instead of helping him, she decides to shoot him. Now, it looked like a headshot to me. Turns out, guess what? He's not dead. I guess he just survived a bullet through the head, but it went through his eye. So Fisk has now got one eye. Maya has got one leg. We've got a bunch of invalids here. We've got a bunch of disabled people. A bunch of people that are messed up. We got 5 months time skip. Maya goes home to Oklahoma, and she meets with her uncle. But first she visits like her grandmother's ranch or whatever it is called. And we have, I believe, a cousin there. We have a cousin who... She was not as close to this cousin, but he's got a dog. He's excited to see Maya. Maya isn't really as excited to see him. She then takes a ride to the bowling alley where there's like some jerk just spraying shoes. I don't know what he's doing. He's like got odor, and he's trying to like put the air spray, the air freshener onto the shoes. We have a bit of a conversation here. Maya then meets up with her uncle, which of course is William's brother. And she tells her that his name is Henry. She tells Henry that she needs his help to dismantle Fisk's operations. So they climb up to the top of this like watchtower. Henry has got like this massive telescope. Don't know where he's pulled it from, but he's looking at her cousin, and he tells her, look, you need to go and visit your cousin. She would be devastated. She would be heartbroken if she realised that you were here and you didn't come to see her. So you got to go and visit Bonnie. Bonnie is working as an EMT, but it doesn't really look like Maya wants to see Bonnie. So Maya's got the telescope, and she in fact turns it around to a building that says Fisk's operations. And then she tells Henry, I'm here basically to take down Fisk and take over his empire. But Henry can't do it. Henry is like, no, I'm not doing it. We've got family here. I'm not putting anyone at risk. I'm not putting people that love you at risk. He refuses to do it. He then just walks down. He leaves Maya sitting up here on top of the watchtower. Then we cut to the hospital. Fisk isn't dead. He's alive. He's still here. He's still breathing. And he opens his eyes, or should I say he opens his eye, and that is it. He's alive. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. So, yeah, really fast pace here. I mean, we went from seeing Maya as a little girl to, like I said, being in the accident, growing up, losing her father, then going dirty, working for Fisk, and then fighting Daredevil, finding out the truth that Fisk is the one that killed her father. Then it looks like she killed Fisk, goes back to her own town, meets with family, meets with her uncle, goes to the ice skating rink. Fisk isn't dead. Fisk is still alive. He's one-eye Fisk, but he's still breathing, and it was just so much going down here. Now, was it too fast-paced for me? Yes. I think they could have easily... I think you could have... What the content that was in this episode, you could have probably split up into, like, at least 2, if not 3 episodes. But it is only a 5-episode season, so maybe they just want to go balls to the wall. Maybe they want to be fast-paced, and maybe they want to give us a really good season here. And I tell you what, I did enjoy it. I did enjoy this episode. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Now, the one thing that did hold it back for me, and I don't know if this is a my problem or whether it's a problem for the show, but a lot of times when Maya was doing the sign language, I wasn't getting any dialogue. I wasn't getting any, I wasn't getting any subtitles. And I'm not sure if that's the way it's been designed or whether it was just the platform I was watching it on messed up, but I didn't see any subtitles. I seen a few subtitles, but not that many. And it just kind of felt like the main character, I can accept having deaf characters. I'm not against that. I think it's good to show that deaf people can make it in acting as well, and obviously there will be deaf people that maybe want to see themselves or someone that has their disability in a big role, and that's good and all that stuff. But when the main character is deaf, it's like you're taking away a lot of like dialogue, you're taking away a lot of noise, a lot of sound, a lot of volume, because not only is the main character deaf, but people communicating with the main character as well tend to not be speaking. They tend to be doing sign language as well. So it did feel like to me there was a lot of dead space where normally there would be dialogue, you know, there would be voices. But what I would say is I thought the theme track was pretty well. There's quite a few nice wee theme songs in there. Even when they were fighting, I felt like there was some good songs. The soundtrack I did enjoy as well. So, yeah, look, I'm going to get a 7 out of 10. It was good. I mean, could it have been better? Yes, absolutely. But a 7 out of 10 is nothing to be ashamed of. I thought it was a solid premiere. And I would recommend it. I would recommend Chava. So, that was the episode 1. I'm looking forward to episode 2. And yeah, no, this series is definitely worth a watch. And you know, it being so fast paced, it's like I'm kind of excited to see episode 2 because I don't know what's going to happen next. Honestly, by episode 2, you could watch it, and Maya could be about 60 years old because they've just time skipped that much because there's so much crazy stuff going on. So I'm assuming Fisk will want revenge. It looks like Maya's not done with Fisk though. Does she know that she didn't kill him? Potentially, did she maybe not aim to kill him? Maybe she didn't. Maybe she just wanted to injure him. Maybe she wanted to disable him and then take down his businesses and make him watch with his one eye. That could be what happened. But yeah, I did enjoy this episode. I thought it was good. Let us know what you thought down below, guys. And that is it. I will catch you in the next one for episode 2, which is called Lowak. That's it for Fog Entertainment. All 5 episodes were released in a batch, which I'm not a big fan of. I do prefer it when it's weekly episodic television. I like to go from week to week to week instead of just having all the episodes released in the one day. But you know what? I didn't design this, I didn't decide this, I didn't make this, I'm not the one paying for it, so I just need to accept what they give us, and what they gave us here, in my opinion, was a very solid premiere. That is it, guys. I will catch you in the next one. This was Season 1, Episode 1 of Echo. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, peace.